So, funny story, I just recorded all of this and started my upload with this labeled as week 7. Funny, because it is week 8. So, welcome to week 8. Here's my elephant ears. And uh, I learned on Instagram the other day that if you have yellow leaves on your plants, you should leave them on there because your plant's still taking nutrition from that leaf. So once it's dry, you can take it off, but just leave them on there. Um, yeah, I kept cutting them off, so I'm just gonna leave them on there. You can too. If you're actually keeping track, I skipped last week because I had a milestone that I wanted to enjoy and not deal with editing. I'm not really seeing any berries as much on these as I am in the back, but that's okay. I've got plenty of plants that'll hopefully give me some golden gooseberries. These are those planters that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I put the random seeds I had left in there, and it actually grew some stuff, so that's real cute. Those marigolds are really little, but they're precious. I like them a lot. This lemongrass is so much happier in the ground than it was sitting in the little pot. Those are my friends. They're dogs. That's so sad. I really enjoyed the smell of the greens of marigolds. They smell really strong to me, and I like it a lot. This king coral celosia finally bloomed or flowered or whatever, and it's really neat looking. Kind of scary, but I like it. It's definitely not like the picture, but it's cool. And as you can see, that second mammoth sunflower did not make it, unfortunately. When it was blown over, someone decided to run it over, and so I did string it up, and it was sitting up for like a week, and it seemed like it was recovering, but it had no head, so it just looked really depressing, and I took it down, and I'm drying the stalk so I can try and do something with it, but it'll probably end up in the compost, honestly. And that little guy is trying. Oh, and here it is, the big reveal. Here is the new deck. It was put up in like 3 days, wasn't it, honey? 3 days? Yeah, about 3 days it took them to put it up. They're really, really awesome. Yeah, I highly recommend them if you enjoy, if you're in the area, if you like what you see besides this terrible stuff that needs to be finished off. I do plan on moving all of this dirt out and leveling everything, obviously, and we're going to put some pavers down there. I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff that I need to do, hopefully, before the winter comes. We'll see. I started to root my runners in like a little 6 cell thing that I have, so that I can cut them off and actually plant them in the pool. I hadn't really done that at all, and I decided it was probably a good time to start. Something's been digging in here. I don't know what it is. There's a bunch of fat squirrels running around now. I don't like it when they get so chunky because I know that winter's coming. This is the one that's been doing the best at lanterning. I've got a lot of them on these. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move this thing, and hopefully it's not too heavy. I don't, that's wishful thinking. Um, I picked a lot of these raspberries to take over to my sister's today because we went over there for her birthday dinner. Her birthday's tomorrow, probably when I'll post this. So I'll have a little birthday message for her in there, even though she probably won't even watch this. Melissa, if you're watching this, you should comment and be like, watched it, but I bet you won't. Oh no. Oh, do you see that little bee? Oh, that was a birthday present for my son. Wow, look at that. Oh, it looks so nice. I love that. Oh. Actually, speaking of my sister, I noticed today at her house she has some flowers that look like swamp rose mallow, but the greens look different, so I'm gonna have to figure out what the actual flower is. Yeah. I don't know if you could see that, but there's a bunch of squash bugs on that, and it made me really nervous because I finally figured out how to make my loofah flower and fruit. And if it starts flowering and fruiting with all those squash bugs around, it's not gonna be good. I'm not. I don't want to touch them. I built this like gate trellis. What do you arch? I built this arch with some leftover cages that I had underneath the deck that we tore down. And so now I'm just gonna lead it on over, up, and then trail it down the other side. That should look really cool. My corn did not make it because I think squirrels and or birds ate all of the silks, so it had no way of catching any pollen. So I'm sure when I pull those, they're gonna be gross and ugly. I've made like a few different things with the tomatillos and like tomatoes in general. I made an awesome puerco en salsa verde. It was amazing. And then I left a big part of it on the counter. I mean, I was like a little bit. I was like a small portion, but I'm still mad I left it on the counter. I'm off topic. I don't know what to do about that. I know that it's because they're being overwatered, the splitting, I mean. But I can't help it if it rains. Yeah. Those Romas are... I'm trying to fix this mess right here, but it's a lot. The jalapenos are doing much better now, besides the fact that I stepped on that first one after recording this video. The peppers are small, but they are really tasty. And I've got that rust or whatever on the leaves, and I'm sure it's from overwatering at some point. But again, I cannot help it if it rains. Yeah. Peppers are fun to grow. I like them because you can just leave them on the vine. You can leave them on the plant, and the longer you leave them on the plant, if it's a spicy pepper, they get spicier. And if it's a sweet pepper, they get sweeter. I actually got to watch this pepper turn red over the course of like 3 or 4 days, and it was really fun. There was one day that it, like a significant amount of it, changed color, and I'm glad I came out in the morning and then in the afternoon because I got to see it. This is my first ghost pepper that has changed color almost completely. I touched it and immediately regretted it because I saw a video of a guy who had like an amazing overwintered super spicy pepper. I can't remember what it was exactly, but he said that you shouldn't even touch the green parts of it because it could, you know, be spicy. And here I am fondling all of these spicy peppers. Scorpion peppers look really cool to me. I think they're really fun shape. And this chili pepper, the super chili, I love the fact that the peppers grow pointing up. I hope that makes sense. Everything else is dangling. Dangles. Dangles. God dang it. Sorry. I keep forgetting to water these raspberries, so they're a little bit smaller than the others on the other side. And then the eggplant I showed beforehand, it has a decent sized eggplant on it, but that arm broke off, but not all the way, so it's just kind of dangling and was still growing. So when that happens, I usually will leave the plant as long as it's not touching the ground, but it was. I should have I should have lifted it. Anyway, I left it on there and I picked it today, which is not the day that this was recorded. My cotton is almost as tall as me. I want to say it's up to my chest. But it looks awesome. The west side one is leaning a little bit, so maybe I'll stake it up. Who knows? We'll see. I probably won't. That's the juiciest berry on that bush, and I ate it today. It was really good. One awesome thing that we made from the garden was a like spicy tomato soup with Noah, and I put one of these carrots in there. I don't know if I just need to loosen up the dirt further down because my carrots are growing really funny. I don't know. But yeah, it was a really good soup, and I threw a carrot in there because I wanted to, and I liked it. Broccoli will do little side shoots like this, so once you cut the top off, don't cut the whole thing off, just cut the piece of broccoli you're using, and then the side shoots will start growing more broccoli. So yeah, sorry I didn't really, I don't know. My cucumbers started growing much better once I figured out how to properly water them. I'm just trying to make sure that the dirt stays moist. Moist. I'm so sorry. I'm all over the place today. This cucumber down here, I had no idea was even there. That's the only reason it's as big as it is. And Finn actually ended up taking that with us on his bike ride that we went on later that day. And he was just eating a cucumber, riding on his little trailer behind me on the bike. It was really funny. Yeah, but this is where we're at 7 to 8 weeks into these videos, and yeah, thanks for watching and junk. I'm really happy with where everything is sitting at right now. Okay, thanks, love you, bye.